Hi, I'm Tom, that's Hamish, and welcome to the back straight of Olympic Park for the Zatopek 10 preview edition of Behind the Tents.
Kick now! Go for home! Come on! The panel's back to preview the feature events at this year's 50th Anniversary Zatopek 10.
We're going to go one-on-one with the heavy hitters ahead of this year's big meet.
But first, we delve back into 50 fabulous years of the Zatopek 10. Well, Tom, what better place to talk about our historic event than here in the legendary back straight at Olympic Park?
Well, Hamish, the who's who of Australian distance running have graced this very track and enshrined the Zatopek 10 in the very fabric of Australian athletics history.
True. Let's look back at the life of the legend after whom this race is named, Emil Zatopek.
Let's go there. One of history's most decorated distance runners, Emil Zatopek is a legend of Czech sport and an icon of athletics. The winner of 4 Olympic gold medals, Zatopek broke the men's 10,000 metre world record on 5 occasions, in addition to setting a further 13 world records in 5 other distance disciplines.
Tom, did you know that Zatopek was the first man to run under 29 minutes for the 10,000 metres? He was also the only man in history to win the 5,000, 10,000 marathon treble at an Olympic game.
One of those inspired by Zatopek's stunning Olympic distance treble was Australian Les Perry. Two-time Olympic representative, Perry placed 6th behind Zatopek in the 52 Olympic 5,000 metre final. Befriending the Czech great at the Helsinki Games, Perry returned to his Melbourne home determined to continue the legend of Zatopek. Les Perry was also the secretary of the Victorian Marathon Club and in 1961 named their annual 10,000 metre track event after Zatopek.
The Zatopek soon became an iconic event in Australia's athletics calendar, primarily under the guidance of the iconic Fred Lester.
Hamish, one of the legends of Zatopek, of course, is Ron Clark. He won the first 3 Zatopek titles, 5 in total, and in 1963 broke the world record for both the 10K and the 6 mile in the one race.
More than any other race, the Zatopek gave Andy Lloyd credibility.
I'm sure we're going to see great things from him in the future.
He was known as the fun run king in Melbourne for his preference for running road races rather than on the track. He won his first Zatopek race in 81, then again in 84, 86 and 87.
Now, Steve Monaghetti would have to be Mr. Zatopek 10. Of the 49 editions so far, Mon has run at least 21, starting as a Ballarat teenager in the lower grades in 1979, almost setting a world record for his veterans age group in 2002. In between, he's won the race 4 times, come second once, and third a further 6 times.
21 races, that's more than 500 laps, Tom. Craig Mottram has won the race twice, despite the 10,000 not being his distance. National record holder Collis Birmingham also has 2 Zatopek 10s to his credit.
Yes, you got it. 28.04 the official time. The winner of the Zatopek 10,000.
At the age of 19, Rob De Castella set the Australian junior record for the 10,000 at the 76 Zatopek, clocking 28.50, a mark which still remains today. 2 decades later, Sean Crichton broke the senior national record, 27.31, in placing second at the 96 Zatopek behind Kenyan Luke Kipkoskei.
Hamish, the mighty Kenyans first came to the Zatopek 10 in 1983. It was Gabriel Camus who beat Rob De Castella for the win, just months after Deke had won his first world marathon title. But of all the international invaders, no one has a greater effect on the fabric of the Zatopek 10 history than Kenyan Luke Kipkoskei. A 4-time winner with titles in 96, 97, 98 and 2000, Kipkoskei broke the 28-minute barrier in each of his 4 race wins, ran sub 27.30 on 3 of the 4 occasions and owns the race record at 27.22.
The women first ran the Zatopek 10 in 1979, but arguably the most memorable race occurred in 1991. The race featured a record-breaking 25-lap battle royale between Caroline Schwallow, Jenny Lund, Susan Hobson and Krishna Stanton. Schwallow went on to win narrowly in a new Australian record, with Lund, Hobson and Stanton recording the 2nd, 3rd and 4th fastest all-time performances by Australian women to that point. Caroline Schwallow won the race 3 times, Lisa Ondieki twice, and Susie Power, who holds the race record, also won twice. Natalie Harvey, who in the latter stages of her career represented Great Britain, is the most prolific winner, having won the race 3 times between 1996 and 1998.
Well, Hamish, we've had a fabulous 49 editions of the Zatopek 10.
Well, I'm sure the 50th will live up to that extremely high standard, Tom. And you're not daunted by the fact that it's one of the highest quality 10k fields we've had in Australia for a while. It's looking pretty exciting.
Yeah, I am daunted by that. I've been up at Falls Creek watching Collis and Bobby Curtis run, and you know it's going to be tough, but I'm just got to run my own race. But you know, I can't remember the last time we had a field like this for a 10k over here, so it should be pretty good.
I mean, it's a long way on the track. I've never run a 10k on the track before, but I come from an Ironman triathlon background, so it's more my cup of tea than the 5k, that's for sure. But yeah, still a little bit nervous, but I just do my best and see how I go.
I'll just go home, consolidate, have another good week of training, and yeah, I should be ready for Zatopek.
And you're excited about the fact that it's a really high quality field, that you're just going to be a pack of really quick guys to chase around in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking there's going to be probably 2 packs. It'll be the A pack and the B pack, and I'll be pretty comfortable in the B pack, I think.
Lots of big names. Who's your pick for the 10?
I think Collis and Benny have had some pretty good battles lately, and it'll probably be out of those 2 again, and I'm sure Bobby will challenge them. So unfortunately I'm not coming down for Zatopek this year, but I'm sure it'll be a cracker of a race.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping, this is the last Zatopek at Olympic Park, and everyone gets nostalgic and comes out and really gives a good atmosphere. I mean, there's always a good atmosphere, but I think this one will be special.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Ron Clark running there in 4th position as they come to the turn into the straight for the completion of the first lap.
Well, Tom, it's an appetising night of athletics coming up here at Olympic Park with the 50th anniversary Zatopek 10k. Let's talk about one of the feature events, the men's 10k events.
Well, Collis Birmingham's got to be the race favourite going in. He's
True.
the defending champion, the national record holder. He had a bit of a mixed affair over the Commonwealth Games. 6th in the 5,000 metres was probably his best over there, 9th in the 10k, and I think he'll be looking to make amends for that performance. And it's going to be one of the few opportunities he's got to post a championship qualifier for the Worlds next year.
Not many 10ks out there. I think the conditions will be better, not so humid, no super monkeys. So I think he's going to be up for a super quick race, and he's not going to be he's not going to have it all his own way. There's some quality competition. Benson Lawrence,
the City of the Surf winner, he'll be right in the mix. He had the better of Collis over in New Delhi over 10k. He was 7th place in that race. He'll be looking for the world qualifier as well. And of course, Collis's training partner, Bobby Curtis. Now, on paper, he's the fastest man in the field this year. He ran a 27.30 over at the Stanford Invitational. That was the same race that Chris Zielinski actually broke the American record in.
what a race that was, and Bobby Curtis, a man often seen sporting a moustache. I think it makes him run faster.
Well, it must be making you run faster at the moment.
Definitely.
But another athlete that was in that race and ran a 28.12 was Sean Forrest, and we're going to see him here at Olympic Park for the Zatopek. And Nick Beddoes brought him out. He's targeting for this race. He ran a 62.30 half marathon early in the year, but the Zatopek's what they want. They want the 10k qualifier.
Very prestigious.
It's the national championship race, so there's medals on the line. It's the 50th time, and it's also the last time at Olympic Park. So
spots up for grab next year at the World Champs, and it's good to see Sean out here. We don't see him much, the Melbourne boy. He's not in town that much.
And speaking of Melbourne boys, we've got to look at our local favourites for the race. Steve Kelly had a great season domestically. He's over at Chiba Ekiden Relays. He'll come back for the Zatopek.
With Liam Adams, another good shot for an outside shot for the race. He's running very well. He's very strong at the moment.
I think it's all going to come down to how the race pans out. I think the leading athletes are going to want to post a time, and there's word that there might even be a Kenyan that we're going to bring in to just push them along. But a Kenyan that will be in the race, and this is big news and exclusive to athsvicTV, Luke Kikosgai, the race record holder, the 4-time champion, is going to grace us with his presence for the Zatopek 10. He's going to line up. He's in his late 30s, in his twilight years of his career, but I wouldn't be surprised if he really serves it up to the local boys.
Look, runners in their late 30s. Mona's still going around and super strong. You should never count him out. It's going to be good. get out here on the back straight. You can be close to the runners. It's going to be fantastic to watch.
Well, let's talk about the next feature race here for the Zatopek 10. It's going to be the women's race, and the way I see it, it's three ladies we've got to look at. It's Lara Tamsett, the winner from 2009.
She did surf winner as well.
Yep, we're looking at Nikki Chappell, who's been the form road runner this year, but her track form's been a little bit mixed, and the rising star of Australian female distance running, Jess Trengove, world half marathon representative, world uni cross country representative, and the national cross country champion.
Coming back from Chiba as well. It's going to be a ding-dong battle. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be super quick. I'd imagine they'll be chasing some World Champs qualifying times, and so the pace will be on early and it won't relent.
Of course, coming across the Tasman, Kelly Palmer from New Zealand will add to that mix, but we look at the locals that will be also in and amongst it. Claire Garrity, who is a runner-up at the National Cross, she'll be up there, as will the likes of Lauren Shelley and also maybe even Tamara Carvalth, the Queenslander.
Oh, it's going to be an exciting race. It's fantastic night of 10k running. There aren't many left in the world, quality 10k races. It's delightful to have two of them here in Melbourne. Should get down and watch.
Well, one of the unique features of the Zatopek night is going to be a women's 600 metre event, and
Really
Australian
run.
record up for grab. It is rarely run, but the record holder Tamsin Lewis is going to get out. She loves performing in front of the Olympic Park crowd, and
The crowd love it too.
they love when she's out here. So 126, I think, is about where the record's at.
It's quick.
And she's going to face a whole host of representatives. It's a great melting pot, the 600 metres. The 400 metre sprinters stepping up, the 800 metre runners stepping down. And
Just coming down, using their strength over the last 150, 200 metres.
so looking like the major rival to Tams in this race at the moment is going to be Caitlin Pincott, the Queenslander. She'll probably serve it up to Tams
And
and
Elise Platten as well.
our local hope from the Ringwood Club. We'll look through to the men's 1500, and look, it's the perennial, the evergreen Philo Saunders is going to be in and amongst it.
Great to see him still getting around.
He's only 34 years of age, but look,
Not old at
he
all.
still knows how to race. James Kahn, the young whippersnapper, I say young, he's 20 years old. 3:40 was his best time last season. He'll, on paper, be the favourite for this race, but we can't phase out the chances of James Nipares. He had a stunning run in the New South Wales 3,000 metre champs, broke the 8 minutes, 7:56. He's in red hot form. He's across at Chiba as well, and he'll be back and looking to serve it up over
In
1,500.
the All Whites of Sydney Uni. He's a rising star of Australian athletics in a big field of young distance runners that we've got. We've got to come down and see them here before they head off to South Korea next year. It's very exciting.
And now one of our returning Commonwealth Games medalists, Dale Stevenson, he really kicked off his season last year at the Zatopek with a Com Games qualifying performance, and he's looking to turn it on again this year. 19 metres 99 is where his PB's at. Could he get 20
close.
Could he get 20 metres at the Zatopek?
Yeah, Dale Stevenson, as seen on the cover of the AV handbook.
That's the same man. Also up against him it'll be Carayo Colossus. I'm going to claim he's my boy, Damien Birkenhead. I love what he does with the shot. He's the national under-18 record holder, 21-31 recently at the All Schools.
It's enormous. He'll be smashing out some big throws.
Look, he'll be punching it out there with the heavier shot, but I saw him lobbing it out there at the All Schools. He was pinging it onto the javelin pit. You just don't see that these days, do you?
Stand well back, Tom. Stand well back.
Now, if you're going to see all this, they have to get tickets, Hamish, and
Get tickets. Look at www.athsvic.org.au. Get your tickets there.
call us 9428 8195. It sounds like a telephone number there, Hamish, but it's the way. We've got to pack the park, and Adidas
gonna
are
be
doing the right
enormous.
thing by all the pre-purchase ticket holders. $50 discount voucher for any person that buys a ticket before the night of the meet. So a great opportunity, and thanks to our partners at Adidas for the meet. They're going to do great things. It's going to be a fantastic night here, right here on the back straight. You're going to come across the fence. You're going to be able to taste the sweat dripping off the athletes. It's just going to be phenomenal.
Fly around here with the drink station on the back straight. It's going to be great to watch. You see them flying past so close you could almost touch them.
Now I'm going to get a bit emotional because this will be the last
Don't
Zatopek
cry,
10
Tom.
at Olympic Park. It's the 50th. There's sentimentality, and we're going to go to the tips, Hamish. Who's your race winner, men and women?
Oh, for the men, it's tough. Sentimentality says Collis, but I reckon St Lawrence is probably where the money is. So good to see them having a red hot battle in Delhi, and I reckon St Lawrence might just get over Collis. And for the women, local girl Nikki Chappell, I think's my outside. I reckon she'll have a good run and win the women's.
Well, I think it's going to be hard to go past Collis, the local boy, but I reckon Bobby Curtis is going to be the dark horse in this race. He has run that 27:30 time, and it's what they're going to be looking for. So he's got that calibre on the track. And in the women's, Lara Tamsett's got the experience of performing here on the Zatopek stage, but Jess
won before.
Trengove just continued to impress race after race this season, and this could be her night. Could be the coming of age of Jess Trengove here on the track at the Zatopek 10. But it's been a big preview edition here on Behind the 10. Hamish,
It's been
everyone's got to get down to Olympic Park for the Zatopek 10 for the last time. Hamish, I'm excited. You're excited.
Bruce McAvaney's excited.
He's going to be here. Special.
Oh.
We'll see you there.
See you there.
Now, Hamish, did you really think that Steve Prefontaine moustache was really going to get you entry into this year's race?
I'm not quite quick enough. I was just channeling some Ron Burgundy for the panel.
Classic.
Hi, I'm Ron Burgundy, Stay Classy San Diego.